Hey there, everybody. This is Kristin from Teaching Balance, and I am here with you with this week's mindfulness meditation practice. And we are in the month of self-advocacy, and self-advocacy can take quite a few forms. We started the month out with the practice or the invitation about doing less, putting a little bit less on your plate, which can take a variety of forms. And actually, it's a beautiful segue into this week's theme or invitation, which is around the idea of asking for help. Now, asking for help can take all sorts of forms. It could be probably what most people think about when they think about asking for help, which is, hey, I have to do this. Can you help me with it? And that could be, can we do this together? However that might look, depending on whatever the circumstances are. Or asking for help might also be, hey, I have a lot on my plate. Can you do this instead of me? And of course, that can be people who are close within our lives, family members, good friends, colleagues. And that can also be getting help externally. For example, the whole grocery, delivery types of things, or getting help instead of trying to fix something in your house, and like waiting and waiting and waiting because you're finding it intimidating or whatever it might be. Instead, just having somebody help you with it, whether they're a paid person or whether it's someone who you just know would be willing to do you a favor. So asking for help is certainly that way as well. And then the other thing that asking for help can look like is asking for not so much help with a task, but asking for help when it comes to support for you. And of course, the first thing I think of is some sort of an emotional support, asking for help when it comes to, hey, I'm having a really difficult time. Here's what I need, whatever it might be. Can you cut me some slack when it comes to this? Can you be a little bit more gentle in your expression of your criticisms or whatever it might be? And then that can also be asking for professional help. More than once, for those of you who are longtime members, I've talked about the value of seeking any kind of mental health support, whether it's a psychiatrist, psychologist, even a coach of some kind. There's just so much to be gained by having someone who is in your corner and there for you and who can be a sounding board and really just offer an additional perspective and help you to feel heard and seen and supported. So that is my invitation to you, is just to reflect on, in what way can you ask for help somehow, whether it is a support system and what that might look like for you, or just the simple act of asking for help with some of the tasks and responsibilities that you have in your work and your life. So let's go ahead and take a moment for ourselves just to, I'm trying to work in how to ask for help. I'll ask for your help in sitting with me. I know it's super corny, sorry. But let's go ahead and do our meditation. So I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes. And I know you know the drill. So why don't we I'll try to do a little bit less talking this time. I always like to intersperse a little less of the guided piece and give you a little bit more spaciousness and silence from time to time. So I will just get us started. Eyes closed or gaze lowered, sitting in that posture that feels supported but not tense. And taking those 3 or more deep, luxurious belly breaths. And just allowing ourselves to settle in. Let the swirling dust of our mind settle slightly. And assuming you feel comfortable doing so, just allowing whatever anchor for your awareness feels easiest. You want to keep it easy, keep it light and playful, and just allow ourselves to rest. So let's rest for a while in silence, and I'll check in a little bit. Noticing where the mind is now. And if it's wandered, bringing it back. And as we go forward through this essentially second half of our practice, I'm really going to invite you to welcome in some lightness and playfulness and less efforting. Sometimes we concentrate so hard on resting our awareness that there's a quality of tension, and that's fine. But I'd like for you to just play with really resting and relaxing into this and not trying so hard. Of course, you want to keep your attention on the present moment, but just having a little bit more of a looseness to the way you hold that attention. Let's settle in for a little bit more, and I'll check in again one last time before we're done. Checking in one last time, just for the final bit before our closing bell. And in this spirit of keeping things light and loose, if it's appealing to you, seeing if you can even settle in with more of a quality of relaxation, with more of a quality of rest. And just maintaining that until our final bell. Okay, that's our 10 minutes. So in this theme of asking for help as you go into your week, what are some things that you can perhaps ask for help with, support around, delegation, whatever label you want to put on it, and see how that first, actually notice if there's any resistance to it and allow yourself to hold space for that resistance, because perhaps if there wasn't some, it would have happened already. And either way, just continuing to move forward in whatever action feels appropriate regarding getting a little bit of help, whatever you feel is most appropriate for you. So thank you as always for taking this time for yourself, and thank you for allowing me to accompany you on this journey. I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.